The student loan debt crisis is ravaging Americans. The exorbitant cost of higher education preventing Americans from paying back student loans. Estimates point to student loan debt to roughly $1.7 trillion. I'd like to define key terms into resolution. Audit is defined as the moral obligation of the federal government to implement student loan forgiveness into policy. Forgiveness is defined as the perpetual cancellation of student loan debt. Student loan debt is defined as loans from the federal government used for higher level education. Thus, I affirmed a resolution that the United States federal government should forgive all federal student loan debt due to the benefits which arise from forgiveness, that being 1. Economic benefits, 2. Health benefits, and 3. Social benefits. Contention 1. Subpoint 1. Student loan forgiveness offers financial relief for everyday Americans. Contention 1. Take the example of a teacher working hard daily. However, she can't seem to rid herself of the pure debt of debt due to the pure magnitude of the cost of college. This situation, being fettered in the chains of student loan debt, is widespread among 1/5 of Americans who graduate college, late 2023. This is because half of Americans feel obligated to go to college, hence 2019, leading to young Americans being forced to go into student loan debt due to the cost to finance tuition. The cost of college is exceedingly problematic because tuition fees have grown much faster than the income of Americans, CFR 2023. Being trapped in student loan debt hinders Americans from achieving financial stability, living paycheck to paycheck. To provide financial stability for everyday Americans, student loan forgiveness must be done. Subpoint 2. Student loan relief can stimulate the economy by allowing for more money to circulate. Consumer spending is the lifeblood of the U.S. economy, making up to 70% of the U.S.'s GDP, IACRG 2023. By student loan debt being forgiven, students will not have to pay back loans, which results in Americans all across the country being able to spend more money, for example, buying cars or houses. A stronger economy will lead to increased opportunity with, for example, better wages, housing, and lower prices. Therefore, forgiveness should be done because it stimulates the economy and results in a stronger economy which benefits all Americans. Contention 2. Health benefits. Subpoint 1. Mental health. The mental health of Americans who are chained in student debt will improve with student loan forgiveness. Take the example of Newman family. The pool of student loan that they are drowning in has led Brad student Newman to wake up with guilt, stress, and anxiety every single day. This situation of degrading mental health attributed to loan debt affects 54% of loan borrowers, Barnes 2022. This is backed by medical studies saying that the higher student loan debt correlates with higher stress, Greater 23. This leads to the answer of student loan forgiveness, which will minimize the mental health issues of American families from student loan debt. Subpoint 2. Physical health. Additionally, the physical health will benefit from student loan forgiveness. Those who cannot afford health insurance are more likely to neglect their medical care, UCURT 2023. Unending cycles of paying student loan debt keep Americans in low economic standing, often leading to neglected medical attention, such as doctor's visits, due to a lack of capital. Student loan forgiveness should be done as it alleviates financial struggles for everyday Americans, allowing for access to health care. Contention 3. Societal welfare. Subpoint 1. Student loan debt is a barrier to social mobility in the United States. Individuals believe in the idea that working hard will lead to a better life and opportunity. However, student loan debt diminishes this American idea into becoming a fantasy because despite everyday Americans working hard, they find themselves trapped in student loan debt, which is due to the financial instability student loan debt causes. To preserve this American dream of working hard leading to greater opportunity, student loan debt must be dissolved through forgiveness to ensure social mobility can be attained through working hard. Subpoint 2. Minorities are far more likely to be trapped in student loan debt. African American college graduates owe an average of $25,000 more in student loan debt compared to Caucasians, Hansen 2023. Additionally, LGBTQ student loan borrowers owe an average of $16,000 more compared to non-LGBTQ peers, McNeil 2020. This trend of inequality for minorities, for disproportionate student loan debt continues for Asians, Hispanic, and Native American borrowers. To minimize inequality for minorities in the United States, student loan forgiveness must be done. Counter argument, inflation. There is a counter argument that student loan forgiveness will not lead to economic stimulation because loan forgiveness simply leads to inflation, therefore devaluing the American dollar. However, many economists actually state that student loan debt cancellation will not increase inflation. Consol 2022. This demonstrates a potential divide in the potential outcome of inflation because many economists report that cancellation's effect on inflation will be minimal. This report significantly weakens the argument that student loan cancellation shouldn't be done because of its inflationary effects. In conclusion, I affirmed a resolution that the United States federal government should forgive all student loan forgiveness due to the benefits of loan forgiveness. Loan forgiveness provides economic relief of Americans, for individuals, and a stimulated economy, physical and mental benefits for all Americans, and for societal welfare with boosted and minimized inequality for minorities. Additionally, the counter-argument demonstrates that the argument of student loan forgiveness leading to inflation is flawed. This leads to the bottom line that student loan forgiveness is an answer to the predicament of relentless and unending loan payments Americans find themselves in. Negative. The student loan debt crisis is ravaging Americans with exorbitant costs of higher education, preventing Americans from paying back student loans. Estimates amount to student loan debt to roughly $1.7 trillion. To define key terms in the context of the resolution, should is defined as the moral obligation of the federal government to implement student loan forgiveness into policy. Forgiveness is defined as the one-time cancellation of all student loan debt. Student loan debt is defined as the loans from the federal government used for higher-level education. Thus, I negate the resolution that the United States federal government should forgive all federal student loan debt because of social issues, economic issues, and the counterplan I am proposing. Contention 1, social issues, subpoint 1. It hurts American national unity with controversy forming. This cost of student loan forgiveness amounts to $1.7 trillion, Hansen 2023. This price tag is exorbitant for a government program because it equals 52 times NASA's annual budget. NASA's budget of $33 billion is controversial due to this possible misallocation of government funds. So the price of $1.7 trillion will cause widespread issues due to the controversy arising over increased taxation surrounding the logistics of spending this much in just one government program. In conclusion, student loan forgiveness does not justify its cost, as it will destroy American national unity, with Americans turning against each other. Subpoint 2, forgiveness will lead to lower work ethic. It is given that many Americans today are bogged down by student loan debt, which is very stressful for individuals. However, this stress is terrific for the workplace because student loan receivers work harder in their jobs because they are in debt and need the money from jobs. So, eliminating this debt through student loan forgiveness will lower productivity in the workplace. Peterson Foundation. Lower productivity causes revenue from businesses to fall, leading to less employers having the money to increase bonuses and wages. Overall, lower wage jobs hurt all Americans, including forgiveness recipients. Additionally, forgiveness leading to lower work ethic is contrary to the American dream of getting better opportunities achieved by working hard. However, forgiveness rewards people for not paying back a loan. In America, better opportunities should be received through working hard, not by receiving a handout from the government. Counterclaim. A counterargument supports loan forgiveness by forgiveness assuaging the stress and anxiety of loan borrowers. However, student loan forgiveness does not fix the long-term issue of high tuition costs and the broken student loan system, Swaminovsky in 2020. Therefore, new generations of Americans will still have to endure mental health issues, economic issues. Economic issues arise from the way the federal government will finance loan forgiveness, that being taxation or printing money. Subpoint 1, taxation. Financing student loan forgiveness will lead to annual taxation increasing by $2,000 per American, June 2023. For example, an old woman is living by herself, struggling to get by, and now she has to pay $2,000 annually for taxes for the rich. This is what will happen for struggling Americans all across America. The government will provide loan forgiveness to households which make up to $250,000 a year, studentaid.government. This leads to the situation of poor paying for the richest loan forgiveness, which is contrary to loan forgiveness' goal of economic equality. Subpoint 2, printing money. Printing money from nothing to finance federal government action is a historical trend from the Continental Congress to the establishment of the Federal Reserve to the coronavirus pandemic in the 2020s. After these periods of money printing, inflation plagued the economy. If this trend continues, printing will be used to finance student loan forgiveness. Money printing will cause sky-high global inflation, which is a consequence that does not justify it, with the dollar being a global currency, Berman 2023. Counterplan. Due to the issues which arise from the resolution, I am therefore raising a counterplan, which is the FAIR Act, and it is currently being pushed by Republicans in Congress. It has two main parts. Part 1, student loan receivers who are still paying loans who have paid the principal amount will have it forgiven. This solves the issue of forgiveness being a handout for student loan receivers, by forgiveness helping those who already paid back the loan but are drowning in debt. This preserves the idea of the American work ethic. Additionally, with it impacting less loan receivers, the plan is far cheaper than what the resolution is offering. Part 2. The FAIR Act redesigns the student loan system by offering two plans. Plan 1 offers a capped-off 10-year fixed repayment plan based on monthly payment. This prevents new student loan receivers from entering cycles of unending loan payments. Plan 2 will make the loan payments limited to a percentage of the monthly income of an individual. For example, with the 10% interest rate. This plan is targeted for those who can't afford a fixed monthly plan for 10 years. In conclusion, I negate the resolution that the United States federal government should forgive all student loan debt due to social issues, economic issues, and the counter plan I am raising.